Are you ready to learn how to create your daily and weekly planner in ClickUp? If so, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through step by step via screen share on how to create a daily and weekly planner that ideally you could use for your business, but anything you'd want to use it for, whether it's your personal life, professional life, maybe you volunteer a lot. There's a ton of different ways you can use ClickUp. You can also do everything I'm going to show you with a free ClickUp account. So if you are not a ClickUp user, you can go ahead and click the link down in the description box. But without further ado, I'm going to screen share so that you can see how to build out your planner. Okay, so we are in ClickUp right now. We are in my ClickUp dashboard. So what you'll want to do is go ahead and make a free account. I do have a referral link down in the description box if you want to sign up for ClickUp. No pressure if you use it and you decide you want to upgrade your account. I get a little extra taco money. But if you're not comfortable using that link, you can go ahead and just go to clickup.com and make your own account. After that, you'll want to go ahead and just make a space. You can just name it test, example, whatever you want. ClickUp will walk you through how to do that. And then within it, the next thing you want to do is create a folder. So we're going to do that together. So I'm in my CEO template space. We're going to go ahead and click the plus sign, and then we're going to select folder. And then we're going to go ahead and make our folder. So in this case, you would want to name your folder planner. I'm going to name mine sample planner since we're making a sample together. And then from there, I'm just going to hit the create button. Okay, I'm going to hit the create button. So from there, we have this blank dashboard. So the first thing we want to think about is what are all of the various views we want for this, right? Because there may be different ways you want to see your planner. So the ones that I have listed, these are already pre-populated because of the way that I've built this space. These views come automatically there. But if you don't see any of this, just hit this view button and then you have all of these options. So these are all of the ways that you can view your information. So if you want to see it like in a spreadsheet view, you can click table. If you want to see it in a calendar view, like you see the whole month, you can click calendar. And what's also cool is you can add things like docs and whiteboards. You can even embed things into your space. That's a little bit next level. We are not going to go too deep into that today. I already have these views, so I'm not going to click anything. So just go ahead and click the ones that you want, right? So now that we have all the views that we want, I'm going to go ahead and rename this list. So you automatically always get a list when you create a folder, but we want to rename it. So let's start off with our monthly planner. Okay. So what I like to do within the monthly planner is I like to think about all of the tasks that I need to do on a monthly basis. So if it's anything that I need to do more than twice a month, I wouldn't put it here. I'd put it under weekly or daily, but you want to go ahead and build out a monthly planner. So some of the things you may need to do every month in your business include reviewing and auditing your financial statements. Maybe you need to send bank statements to your accountant. Maybe you need to approve your team's time cards, like, anything you need to do on a monthly basis, right? So we have our basic task in here. Now I want to think about what are all of the things that I want to see that will help me to categorize these tasks, right? Now, of course, I've been showing you all of the different steps you can take to go ahead and build out your planner, but I know that 9 times out of 10, if you need a planner, you're probably too busy to build one. So if you actually want access to what I call the Coach as CEO template, where I give you a monthly and weekly planner setup that you can use inside of ClickUp primarily for your business or side hustle, the link to grab that is down in the description box. Now, it is called the Coach as CEO ClickUp template, but if you are a course creator, digital product creator, or any kind of service provider, you will find value in this free template. So it is linked down in the description box. You will get an installation tutorial with it, so you can go ahead and install it within 2 minutes and then start out your weekly planning. Right? So we're going to hit the plus sign and we're going to create a drop down. So what I'm going to do is call this the task category drop down. Okay. I'm I'm just going to call it task category. And especially when it comes to business, you want to have categories so that you can see where you need to spend your time. And also when you're doing your own time audit, you can see where are you spending the most time. So in your business, what are the categories you would have? So you have operations, marketing, sales, human resources. You can even put personal, right? Personal tasks. You can put all of that, CEO task, and just hit the um, add column button. But before then, if you like things to be color coded, if you notice next to every option, you have the option to add a color. You can select from any of these. You can click the little dropper, or you can select your own color. But I'm just going to pre-select from the ones that you already have for the sake of your time as you are watching this. And I'm going to add the column. Okay. So notice that it's putting the column right here at the end. If you want this to be closer to the task, you can actually move it over. And then I'm going to select the task type. So we're going to select operations, and HR. Okay. So this is something that you can just, again, help you to see everything and sort everything. Let me add one more so we can have marketing in here. Review social media analytics. I'm going to go ahead and hit marketing. What's really cool here is you can now group these by custom field, and we can now group by the task category. So instead of seeing it like to do and progress complete, we can now see things by category, and we can even change the order in which we see these. So the next thing you want to do is you then want to go ahead and click the due dates. Now you may be thinking, well, these are things I do every month. Why do I need due dates? I'll show you. So I'm actually going to go ahead and select the last Friday of every month for these just to make it easy. But for you, maybe it's every 15th of the month or every 30th of the month. I don't know. You go ahead and select for yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and click all of these. I also like to auto assign everything to myself. Auto assign just means I go to automate and then I do this. I will say whenever a task is created, then change the assignee to me and then hit create. I'm not going to hit this button now because I'm not going to keep this, but basically any new task I add, I will be auto added as assignee. That really helps you to just have everything on your Google Calendar, because if you leave it unassigned, it won't come to your calendar if you sync those things together. So let me actually go back and change one of the due dates to a little bit earlier just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here with the calendar view. Let me move me out of the way. Okay, so now if we come over here to the table view, we can now see everything as a spreadsheet. This view to me does not work, but I wanted to show in case it does for you. Then our calendar view allows you to see everything in a calendar format. So now you can see, why I changed those due dates. Instead of everything being on that Friday, we can now see things in advance. You can print this out. You can do a lot of cool things with this. But the list view is where we want to start. So now going back to those due dates, again, this is our monthly calendar. The goal of using something like ClickUp is how do I streamline the things that I have to do? How do I automate the reminders? So what you want to do is then you want to come in here and set up the recurring, right? Which means how often do you want this task to recur? So you'll first create the cadence. We're going to say monthly. Then it's going to say, well, when on a month? So do you want to be the same day of every month, the last Friday of every month, the first day of the month, the last day of the month, right? So same day means calendar day, like the 20th, the 15th, things like that. For a monthly task, play around with it. For things that you do at the end of the month, I always select the last Friday because for me, Fridays are CEO days anyway. Not all of my monthly tasks are like that, but things especially around finances is typically the last Friday of the month. And then I just go ahead and say, they ask you when do you want it to recur. You can say recur when it's closed, recur when it's done, or recur on schedule. I recur on schedule just in case I forget to come and mark this as complete, because I want to always get the reminder every single month. Okay. So I'm going to say on schedule. Okay. So that's something that you can do there. Other things you can add to your monthly planner if you want to see it. You can actually go ahead and you can add, a category for progress, right? So then from there you can see how far you're progressing on certain tasks. So, and this will show you, this will fill out automatically. So if you add any subtasks or checklists to your task and you mark them off, this will complete. So let me show you an example. So let's say all of the steps included in reviewing financial statements include downloading PayPal reports, identifying if there are any discrepancies, excuse me if I'm spelling this wrong, um, upload to Google Drive, wherever you store them, right? So I'm just making this up. So now we see again, we have our 3 tasks, and we can see on the outside that we have 3 tasks. So if you come in here, start to complete some of these, notice that when we come back out, our progress bar is going to change. There we go. So now it says that we are 67% through with this task. This is also really great to use with your team or your contractors if you want to see their progress with things. They can check things off. Now, this does require you to be detailed though, right? Because if you don't have any subtask, then this is only going to show complete when you complete the entire task, like this. Mark is complete. But when you do that, they kind of disappear. You have to click the show close button, and then you'll be able to see the task, which at that point, it doesn't matter anymore, right? It's really about progress checking. So you can add your progress field there. You can also add a field around files if you need to upload any files that go along with the task. If you want to track budget or money spent, you can have that. If you want your progress field to be manual, you can do that. Like you can do a lot of cool things. The other thing you can do is relationships and roll-ups. This is a whole YouTube video in itself, but if you want these tasks to sync to other parts of your ClickUp account, these are going to come in handy. Now, all of the others, like the text fields and the email fields, I don't really find use for those in my planner. I find use for those in other parts of my ClickUp account. But this is something that, again, I wanted to just call out for you. So now if we want to go ahead and make our weekly planner, I'm going to do this. I'm going to click on the 3 dots next to monthly. I'm going to click duplicate, and then I'm going to put weekly planner. And I'm going to copy everything, put it in the same place, and we're going to hit copy list. Okay, so now we have our weekly, and the reason why I duplicated it is so that we do not have to recreate all of these categories again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to delete these tasks so that we're able to now start from scratch. So now with the weekly planner, what you want to do is think about the recurring tasks you need to do in your business on a weekly basis. Ideally, something that you have to do between 1 to 2 times a week. Anything more, just put it on a daily planner. We're not going to make a daily planner today, but we're going to do the weekly, right? So what are some things that you may need to do weekly in your business? Well, that could look like approving new members in your Facebook group. That could look like going live on Instagram. That could look like scheduling your Instagram content. Just gonna make it simple, and maybe reviewing your team's progress on their projects. Kind of keep it in the same. So we're going to select marketing, we're going to select marketing, we're going to select marketing, and then we're going to select HR. Okay. Then from there, we're going to go ahead and set our due dates. So I'm going to set, so let's say approving new members is a Monday task. Maybe going live is a Tuesday task. Maybe scheduling your content for the next week is a Friday task. And maybe reviewing your team's progress is a Wednesday task, right? So again, if we click on calendar, we can see it, all of the different due dates that we've outlined. But if we come back and set up that recurring, right? We click on the due date, we click recurring, we're going to click weekly. Again, you can make this whatever you want. I'm just going to say recur on a schedule. And then I'm going to do this for all of the tasks. Let me move my little image out of the way. Now if we come back to the calendar, now we can see all of these tasks mapped out for the rest of the year. So this helps you to not have to keep doing this over and over again and figuring out what needs to be done. So envision this, but then now adding in your daily, right? So if you come out and you're like, well, okay, I like this, but I want to see it all in one place. I don't have to keep clicking on these different lists. If you select the entire folder, you just click on it once. You can see everything in one place and you can see it separated out by the board type. If you click on calendar up here, now you can see it all in one place. So again, we're in July. Let's go forward to August. Now you can see both those monthly and those weekly tasks that we went ahead and added in. So you can see it all in one spot. Now let's think about how we make this a little bit more robust, because outside of your daily planners are going to be things that you're doing like every day. You can even add in special projects. Outside of that, these are going to be things that you're doing that's really routine. So that's where you want to come in here, and you really want to use both the description box and this subtask category. You can also do a checklist. You can play around, see which one works best for you. I typically do a checklist if it's just me. If I'm bringing somebody else in on it, I'll use the subtask just because you can assign this to other people, but no right or wrong answer. So what I like to do in here is a couple things. One, hit the slash symbol, which is what I just typed in. And you can now insert things like bullet points, tables, columns. You can change your text style. You can add banners in here. You can embed things in here. You can do a ton of stuff in here, right? But what I like to do is think about if I want to insert either another list, another table, or another board altogether, which allows you to then select from your existing ClickUp boards. And I'm going to go ahead and click on just a sample one so you can see what I'm talking about. But if you were doing tasks associated with the project or an SOP, right? Like SOPs are really what you're going to pull into this. You can actually embed them directly into the task. You can see it all in one place. So that makes it really, really easy. Again, you can even have it look like this where you just click on it and it opens up. I also like to do what am I looking for? I'm moving too fast. The banners, right? So I'm able to put in here important or reminder, type in whatever I want to do. So it always stays there when I am recreating it. Or I could just use the subtask and say, like, again, like, what are all of the things that we're looking to do? Now, of course, some of these we've completed already, so I'm going to uncheck them so that we can see, but there may be other things that we need to do, like call accountant. I don't know. I'm just kind of making things up, have a budget meeting. And then from there, what you want to do, listen carefully so that you don't have to keep retyping this. When the task recreates, you want to first come click on these three dots, click templates, save it as a template. Okay. Save it as a template. You're going to give it a name. That's all that's going to happen when it comes up. Then you want to come in here and you want to set up an automation. So now, every month or every week, when the task recreates itself, it will recreate all of this inside of it every single time. If for some reason you're finding that sometimes yours just doesn't work that way, or you want it to, you want this template to be added somewhere else, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and put everything in here that you want to put, and then you'll just click these three dots, hover over template center and click it, and then you will click save as template, and then it will ask you to give it a name, and you'll be able to access it via your template center at any given point in time. So if you like this and you really want to try it out, I do want to let you know that I have a free version of this that is already built out for you, where you can track your monthly and weekly activities as well as your business goals and priorities. It is called the Coach as CEO ClickUp template. It will be linked down in the description box. Additionally, if you want to buy my full ClickUp set of templates for like operations, marketing, CRM, my full CEO folder, that will be linked in the description box as well, with a special special coupon code for you. I would do the free one first just to make sure that you like ClickUp, because some of the templates that I offer do require you to have a paid ClickUp account. So if you are not a paid user, you're just kind of testing it out, try my free ClickUp template first. It'll at least give you this planner so you don't have to build it out yourself, but this video will still help you when it comes to customizing it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. Your question, can become my next video. If you have not already grabbed your free ClickUp template, click the link in the description box. I will be back with you all next time. Have a great day.